At the world's end, upon the oldest, most merciless icefield, a blizzard blinds all onlookers. Even the soldier's eagle eyes can make out nothing through the Antarctic storm, and so he turns back. Scribbles on paper resonate amid the whipping snow.
So,
She finishes her calculations and shuts the notebook.
I'll...
Copy that.
He glances outside. Pellets of blistering snow are still hammering the tent. Given enough time, they'll bury any trace of it. Moldir also turns to look outside, eyes steady as she stares down her enemy. There is no strategy to defeat it, the only option is to withstand the onslaught. Luck is on their side. 1 hour and 27 minutes later, their enemy at last relents.
Our orders state that...
Copy that.
I'll...
She scans her small force, her eyes sweeping over each soldier.
I'm afraid.
She admits a slight grin, admiring the grit of her soldiers, but shakes her head.
But
I will never.
Her tone sharpens, each word carrying weight.
copy that.
Moldir surveys the deepening snow once again, then leads the team back. Her face is cold and still, but the Antarctic wind steals a quiet, frost-white sigh. All 9 expedition members regroup at the rendezvous point and swiftly begin setting up their temporary outpost.
Yes, understood.
She ends the call with high command and lowers the radio hesitantly. A small gesture signals to the sergeant that he can begin his report. Moldir checks her watch. Moldir's lashes flicker.
Indeed. I'll...
An hour has passed, and Moldir still hasn't slept. The military map spread across a wooden crate bears layers of markings. In front of each hand-drawn arrow is a looming dark hand. She falls into a long silence and drifts her hand toward a photo. David, in his Xeno Corps uniform, grins brightly, looking in every way like a fresh-faced cadet. Just beneath her fingertip, a sliver of orange peeks out from the photo's edge. Her eyes fix on it. She flips the photo over and slips it back into the safest place she can think of. A sharp sound pulls her
Who's
attention.
there?
Before her eyes, something swells outward from a quiet stretch of snow. Three penguins. Adelie penguins, natives of Antarctica. And standing in front of them, returning her stare with a cautious look. In the dead of night, the lieutenant stands inside her tent, weapon in hand, facing off against these bizarre intruders. She can't afford to lower her guard just because her opponents are a squirrel in an odd outfit and 3 penguins.
Now?
Moldir allows the barrel to drop but keeps a firm grip.
Hey!
Moldir doesn't budge. Her eyes flick to her watch. The squirrel raises a paw and points to each penguin in TUR.
Over here! Hey, get your peepers on this!
Then he points to himself with a tiny paw. Moldir tilts her head, trying to make sense of the bizarre situation.
Now?
So,
The lieutenant studies the snow where the creatures had emerged. Faint, narrow holes beneath the surface hint that the squirrel is telling the truth. At last, she eases up and stows her weapon.
so,
The lieutenant looks over to the military map beside her. A few quick calculations are enough to pin down the area the squirrel is describing.
Oh.
Oh, heavens to Betsy!
The squirrel clutches his head with both paws and gives it a shake.
Hey!
The squirrel shifts awkwardly, suddenly embarrassed by the turn of events.
Come with me.
Before he can wrap his head around things, the squirrel finds himself trailing behind the lieutenant, penguin friends in tow.
Thank you.
He points a paw toward the Adelie penguins waddling behind him.
Oh, heavens to Betsy!
Moldir steps slow, the crunching snow suddenly feeling heavy underfoot.
Whoa!
The lieutenant can't help but smile at the vivid description. But her expression changes when she notices the squirrel has stopped walking. His beady black eyes lock onto her, and an all-too-human panic creeps across his fuzzy little face. Moldir freezes. Her hand instinctively moves toward her backup sidearm, the one she chambered around in the moment she stepped onto Antarctic soil. The squirrel flails his paws and waves the penguins behind him into formation.
Help!
Moldir's olive green eyes widen. She reaches up and touches her own cheek. She glances behind her. The penguins are gone. Then she lets out a slow, steady breath.
Hmm.
Calculating just the right force, Moldir chops the squirrel cleanly on the back of the neck. Buddy comes to, blinking under a steady light. He's strapped to a wooden table with a belt, his arms and legs pinned. All around him are sinister tools and vials of mysterious liquid.
Hey!
He hears the crunch of combat boots approaching. Then, those same calm, olive green eyes hovering above his line of sight.
So,
Hey!
The lieutenant loosens the straps binding him to the table. The fuzzy little arcanist springs upright, eyes darting around the room.
Pals!
Moldir looks lost in thought for a second, then snaps back to the present and picks up the nearby medkit.
there is no need to stress.
Buddy scratches behind his ear, avoiding her gaze.
Ugh.
Trying to shift the mood or distract from the pain, he changes the subject.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Moldir checks her watch again. 4 hours left before her team's scheduled rest break is over.
Oh,
The tempting thought makes her size up the squirrel a little more carefully. Fluffy dark coat. Obvious in the snow. A rambunctious, slightly deranged, talking rodent from Florida she's known for less than an hour. She can't just entrust a life, maybe even more than 1/0 chance. energetic, fearless, and full of heart. Loud, bold, and with a keen sense of justice. The lieutenant gives a thoughtful nod. The fluffy little interloper has no idea he's just passed another one off her tests.
Thank you.
The squirrel tilts his head bashfully as the lieutenant speeds up her bandaging and packs her gear away. She's promising more than the rules allow. But she knows she can handle it. Their rest has ended an hour early. The sergeant stands over a freshly drawn map with a look of genuine relief.
Indeed. Indeed.
He mouths the word without saying it aloud. The sergeant chews on the strange phrase like frozen rations. His brow draws together.
There is no need to stress.
A flicker of recognition crosses the sergeant's face. His train of thought stops short. Moldir's face remains still and cold. Her voice softens, emotion breaking like ice under her cold exterior. But she doesn't let the cracks spread.
I'll...
She doesn't answer right away. Her eyes narrow, weighing each word like she's walking a tightrope. She looks down at a dark, handprint-like mark on the map. Her lips move, but no sound comes out. The mood inside the tent grows dark.
There is no need to stress.
He shoots her a look of open disbelief. The lieutenant gives no reply, only pressing her lips into a thin, tight line. Buddy Fairchild has no idea that a serious conversation is unfolding involving him. He sprawls comfortably in his cozy pile of penguins, nuzzling into their soft feathers and fur, just like the good old days.
Help! Now?
The squirrel's ears twitch, alerted to the sound of military boots crunching on snow.
So,
The squirrel straightens up and circles the table's map on his tiny paws.
Hey!
The squirrel thumps his tail on the table, clearly impatient. Given the risks ahead, Moldir reorganizes her scouting teams before departure.
So, I'm afraid.
The squirrel nods enthusiastically, spreads his paws, and rolls his eyes. It was a dramatic display for a human, let alone a squirrel. She glances down at her watch. 33 hours since David went missing. Still not fully sure of the trust she's put in these new fuzzy companions, Moldir steps out on their fourth and newest search. The one most likely to lead to an encounter with Manus Vindita.
Thank you.
The trek across the icefield is as grueling as it is dull. But Moldir is used to long marches and forges ahead at a steady, focused pace.
Now,
He's asking for a second time, seemingly probing. The lieutenant finds herself staring at her hand. Once, the warm winds of 8,510 Paulo had wrapped around that very palm the way cold wind and sub-zero rated gloves do now. The mood shifts, and Moldir stiffens. Even Buddy seems to turn oddly serious.
now,
Scattered gear and supplies untouched but clearly abandoned to the elements. The chaos paints a grim picture. After confirming the markings on the crates, Moldir pulls out her notebook and scrawls 3 short encrypted messages. She then hands them out to the 3 penguins. Moldir's eyes flick across the map. Her steno pencil scratching the paper.
I'm afraid.
She glances back to her hand before meeting the squirrel's eyes with heartfelt resolve.
There is no need to stress.
The lieutenant nods and takes out a document.
Our orders state that
Moldir checks her watch, then looks across the snowfield cloaked in the shadow of a distant iceberg. She nods her thanks, leaves a marker behind at the abandoned camp, and walks off into the white alone. The squirrel watches her go, holding the papers she left.
Whoa!
He stares down at the papers in his paw again. He drops the papers and darts off after her. There is now 1 hour and 17 minutes left until the lost team reaches the 36-hour threshold of dangerous exposure. The squirrel has no choice but to bury his colorful tail in a snowbank.
Hey!
Prepare to engage.
A snowbank explodes under the shockwave of an arcane skill. Luckily, Moldir scoops up the squirrel just in time.
I will never.
A wisp of smoke curls from the barrel of Moldir's gun. Andrea stares at the steaming hole in the snow near his feet, stunned. The lieutenant's chest heaves with rapid breaths.
Ow.
Hey!
I'm sorry.
She looks straight at the mask on Andrea's face. Thick, black fluid oozes from his eye sockets, like the tears of a true believer kneeling before their God. She closes her eyes for a moment.
I'm afraid.
More Manus believers start to close in.
I will never.
The lieutenant shakes her head firmly. There is not a hint of doubt behind it. She scoops up the squirrel and darts through the gap in the circle. A blast of arcane energy erupts at her heels, staining the white of the ice field. Thanks to her Antarctic survival expert, they give the Manus believers the slip and make it back to the rendezvous point. She takes a deep breath, searching for the right words. But the squirrel, thumping the ground with his back foot in frustration, doesn't hold back.
Whoa!
Shoot!
Despite his denial, his pale face betrays him. Moldir can't find the words to reassure him. All she has to offer is a long and heavy sigh. Moldir takes a steadying breath, bracing against the sergeant's growing intensity.
I see.
The sergeant collects himself, offers a salute, and then departs. Now, only the lieutenant and her still furious fuzzball of a companion remain.
Now?
Moldir's breath catches. Her first response is pure reflex. It's rare to see Moldir look this shaken, perhaps not since the downpour inside Paolo. She tries, in vain, to offer an explanation.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
She tries to purse her lips, but the cold air has left them stiff and chapped.
I will never.
The treasured photo presses against her chest. She closes her eyes and sees a flicker of orange flame in the dark.
Molly. Why?
Buddy has seen many an apology over the years, most often good for nothing. This one, though it touches somewhere deep.
Indeed.
Moldir's fingers brush lightly against the radio on her shoulder.
I will never.
The sergeant doesn't argue, he only stands at attention.
Our orders state that there is no need to stress.
A shrill cry cuts through their conversation, out of place in the icy stillness.
Indeed.
While Moldir cannot speak with animals, the look in the penguin's eyes gives her a pretty good guess. Maybe it's the sincerity in her voice, but the penguin seems more at ease now. It lifts one wing, revealing a colorful tuft of squirrel fur stuck to the tip. She takes the tuft of squirrel fur from the penguin's wingtip and nods in thanks. The penguin squawks twice and gestures for her to follow. This is the second time Buddy Fairchild has woken up
Hey!
on this exact table. Though at least this time it feels like a relief.
I don't think so.
Moldir blinks slowly, weighing the words. The squirrel shrugs, then suddenly catches himself, remembering he's supposed to be mad.
Hey!
Moldir nods as she arranges some vials. Buddy's ears twitch. The logic is messy, but it sort of tracks. The squirrel weighs his anger and loyalty like acorns on a scale. After a beat, he makes a decision. A new plan begins to take shape in Moldir's mind. Risk and reward race through her calculations. She hesitates.
I will never.
The squirrel scratches his ear, seemingly uncomfortable with talking payment. She seems lost in thought. Buddy begins to sense he's been turned down, but before he can say anything, Moldir checks her watch.
Our orders state that
Well, I'll be.
They administer a stabilizer to quiet David's feverish muttering. Once he settles, Moldir and Sergeant Whiteglove step out from the makeshift infirmary.
Everything will work out.
The sergeant looks at her, an unusual flicker of disapproval in his eyes.
So...
Moldir pauses, weighing her answer. Then, she shakes her head.
Father has never given up. Not on anyone.
Even a soldier as certain as Moldir needs a moment alone to steady her thoughts. The liquid in her hip flask is almost gone. She lifts it to her lips and takes another slow sip.
Oh.
A squirrel pops halfway out of the ground and taps a paw against the nearby ice. The squirrel wriggles out of a hidden vent, dragging a frozen fish behind him.
Sergeant Buddy Fairchild, at your service.
A combat knife slices through the frozen fish. Rose-pink frost gleams along the blade's edge.
Thank you.
He picks up a sliver of fish in his paws and gives it a sniff. The scene feels oddly familiar. Moldir's breath is steady, her posture calm. She draws in the crisp, chilly, and tasteless air. It's so different from the air in 850 Paulo, warm, floral, bursting with life.
My apologies.
Ripples dance across her olive green eyes.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. Instead, she slides a slice of fish into her mouth. It's icy and smooth, with a strange sweetness, like salty ice cream.
Thank you.
He follows her lead and takes a bite. A moment later, his entire body shakes from head to tail.
Oh, heavens to Betsy!
The lieutenant falls into thought, as if she's just been handed a mission far more difficult than any battle.
Now?
She doesn't answer, and again he thinks for a second he may be getting brushed off, until Moldir points to a nearby ammo crate and gestures for him to sit.
It's got me feeling a mite down in the hollows. Oh, man. Well...
The lieutenant takes another sip from her flask and nods. The lieutenant runs her fingers across her radio, then smiles.
Thank you.
She picks up the radio and steps outside. The squirrel grumbles and shrugs. Then, he notices the flask Moldir left behind. He remembers what she said, that the main character drinks too much to numb the pain.
Well, let me think.
He tips the flask and drips a few crystal clear drops onto his tail, then gives it a quick lick. But the burn of liquor never comes. Instead, cool water soothes his throat.